because I'm building up things and I want to promote my documentaries. However, that doesn't mean anything because guess what? I'm on Rumble and BitChute. My business card reflects every location that I have my documentary, so it doesn't
Yeah,
mean
but you can always appeal the complaints anyway. Interestingly, as far as the California and I think Colorado, or California Act and Colorado's bills concerned, any website that provides, or any platform that provides access to download, the ability to download software is affected by this age requirement. According to the current draft of the New York bill, any website at all, any platform at all, irrelevant if it allows for software download or not, is affected by this age verification process.
Now, before you guys start going any further, I want to point out that Bob Dub has entered the room, and this is a perfect opportunity to introduce Robert to Bob Dub. Now, she's going to talk.
Are you sure?
She's going to talk a beautiful voice, Robert, so do not fall in love with this woman. I'm just giving you a warning ahead of time.
Well, I can try.
But welcome, Bob
You're
Dub.
silly. Thank you very much indeed, Roger.
Yep.
I thought I would just come and hang out with you.
Well,
She has timing. Just about to talk about my experience with some adult sites.
No.
No.
Now, Bob Dub is from New Zealand, Robert, and Robert, this is Bob Dub. Bob Dub, this is my brother Robert. So that's the other RH on there.
Hey, Robert. So pleased to meet you. That's my father's name. So I highly approve of your name. So we're off to a very good start.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And I will say, okay, I apologize if I say something or do something stupid, okay?
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay, I'll put that out there too.
Okay.
I apologize.
So I might say or say something that might get you in a crawl.
Well,
That's okay.
We got Hanson
It's
Square.
very difficult to say anything that keeps me mellow. I'm usually neurotic and psyching out about something.
Okay.
So if you happen to say something while I'm psyching out, that might, not be causation. It may just be correlation.
yeah,
Hey, Roger.
yeah. Well, I was getting ready to say she's been around me, so she's kind of broken in. She hasn't.
You ready to poke her in, huh?
Kind of. Yeah. Well, Robert.
He tells me to comply. Every day we do this thing, he says, do you comply? And I have to say, yes.
No, I said thank
Yes.
you for complying.
Roger.
Thank you.
Really, is that what it's
Thank
Roger,
you.
I comply.
Yeah. You should see him when he gets on his hands and knees when they do that with
I don't know. I don't know if I could
Well,
prefer
Robert,
that.
this
I
is-
think
this
we
is
shouldn't
where-
go there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where you said you're sorry ahead of time. But-
Okay, I'll count that as one credit.
Did you hear anything about what we were having a conversation about, Bob Dub?
You were talking about YouTube and Rumble and getting flags and things.
Okay, so let me kind of go over some of the stuff that we were discussing. Now, Mark had brought up a topic that we were going to use here for Untethered, the first episode, and it has to do with open source age verification that they're wanting to do with Linux.
It's technically not as open source as any software at all, or any operating system at all. Irrelevant if it's open source or if it's a commercial thing item.
be honest, I think it's more disturbing that open source is being brought into this. You know what I'm saying? Because like Linux, everybody understands what Linux is all about. And when you start putting age restrictions on Linux,
Actually, very few people actually understand what Linux is about.
I mean, the people who do understand what Linux is that I mean they understand the implications. Like this is some pretty serious stuff, man. You know.
You know what's really sad, guys? I was on Facebook. You know how they sell stuff for enhancement of guys' stuff? Well, I'm watching, nothing I know, I'm seeing this guy nailing this woman like you wouldn't believe. Look, they say, take this gummy bear and you get her going. And I'm like, and this supposed to be Facebook where children's on there, and they're sitting there taking Facebook and Google and YouTube to court about stuff like this. And I'm sitting there thinking, and you wonder why people have that thing about stuff like this. This is, if they're doing stuff like this, I would just say, you know what, make it out like it's a business then, not for individual, you know. Because if you're selling adult stuff for the two adults, why not have it set up for more or less for where it's located for the adults?
Well,
to the adult site.
Let me kind of say something about that. Like that kind of stuff doesn't belong on.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Well,
But if they're going to have it both ways,
no, they shouldn't have it both ways. Like, why are you worrying about people being verified for their ages when you're allowing that kind of porn on frickin' the television, or you're allowing it on the internet, you know, and they're just openly throwing it out like it's okay, but then they want to have age verification for people
and
at the same time that they're doing that, you know what I mean? I think that's when it comes to that, I understand that, you know what I mean? They have such a big problem with freaking porn, but then they want to advertise Blue Chew, I believe is what they call it.
yeah.
You know, male enhancement stuff, and then.
Oh yeah, Blue Chew. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was watching the Scissor Brothers podcast a few days ago, and they were actually, you know, the fleshlight with the mouth on it.
Yeah.
That moves by itself. They literally had that running and talking about it during their ad read. I'm like, wow. I was blown away.
There are a couple of interesting things that that needs to be considered. Considering that in the US, this is being treated from state to state, and on a and this is in the wider picture. This is being treated from country to country, or from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. We have issues where there's a mixed match of laws here. A simple example of this is the UK Online Safety Act, and the US First Amendment. We have seen this with what's that company that I keep on talking about? The US based, and that is only based in the US social media platform.
Oh, that's, well, yeah, you keep.
I can't remember what.
My goodness, it's Rumble.
Got to scroll.
What about Trump?
Yeah, the UK Office of Communication is trying to sue, and because and they have tried to sue the Ofcom for the same thing.
That's actually something I should know too, because it's an older platform.
We've been talking about that a lot.
Yeah, I'm having a brain for it too.
Yeah.
Well, I have something I wanted to bring up. I already did already, but I'm going to go into it. I want to know if you guys know anything about this because before I left California, I think we talked about this. There was going to be some age verification on these adult websites.
Mhm.
It's going to be state by state. So, as I traveled my road trip from California all the way to here in Illinois, I checked every state, every motel room, every state that we stopped in. There was like some states, it was like a whatever, you can see the pages. Other states required you to put in your information before you can even see the front page. So later on, I found out, or at least I had got some information saying, as I tried to revisit and see if it was doing that here, and there was a warning saying, "Do not give us your information. That was fraud. That wasn't us." And then you click OK, and then you can see the site. So if that was fraud, who did it? I don't know if anybody knows anything about this here, but who did it?
I'm not familiar with the particular.
Yeah, it was said, "Do not give out your information." That was fraudulent.
The company I was thinking of was 4chan LLC, or 4chan Community Support LLC, subsidiary of 4chan LLC, where the UK Office of Communication, UK government approved regulatory and competition authority, is attempting to deny sue 4chan for breaching UK online safety on the UK's Online Safety Act rules. But the UK Online Safety Act is contradictory to the US First Amendment, because 4chan hasn't got any offices in the UK, and I believe that they haven't got any offices in Europe at all. I have to double check that, but I believe that they haven't. They cannot be. They are not technically. They've got no. They're not technically in those jurisdictions, so they're not in the jurisdiction of the UK. So and as such, they didn't have to abide by UK law.
Well, you were talking about, you might know this, about the cell phone thing, about the big old stink about how they were reading your texts and all that, and your internet thing through your phone, and they were tapping into it, because in the U.S., they got busted for that, they did.
Yeah,
and here and in the UK, they were doing it to citizens over there as well, and it was a big old stink, and they said that they got people took them to court over it because they were tapping into their phones, reading their emails, their fax, their text messaging and all that. About 10 years ago.
Okay, yeah. This was long before GDPR, General Data Protection Regulations. Technically, don't want tapping into because things like SMS, short messaging service, text messages, and emails are technically stored on a server.